We recently reviewed the 2025 Nissan Armada and called it a replacement for the departed version of Toyota's Land Cruiser, a big, capable, luxurious, solidly built full-size SUV. We've got the top Platinum Reserve trim here, so let's check out how luxurious it really is. First, how expensive is the Armada Platinum Reserve? Well, it starts at just under $80,000, and this version, as tested, is $86,840, including destination. A lot of the comments we've been getting on our Armada content have focused on just how expensive it is. And yeah, at $86,840, it's a lot of money. But is it a lot for a luxurious full-size three-row SUV? Not really. You can option a Chevy Tahoe well into the $90,000 range. The Ford Expedition King Ranch hovers right at around $88,000 with all the bells and whistles. Even something like an Audi Q7 in its top trim is more expensive than this. But is the Nissan Armada Platinum Reserve competitive when it comes to interior luxury? Let's start in the cockpit. Up front, the Armada Platinum Reserve really is high-end. You have beautiful upholstery here. This is chestnut and rye, according to Nissan. It's quilted, that's exclusive to the Platinum Reserve. Very comfortable. These are Nissan's zero-gravity seats. It's a goofy name, but they are comfy. They're heated, ventilated, and massaging. You have soft touch materials on the doors, on the dashboard, all over. Again, looks great, feels great. On top of that, you have some great and useful tech. You have these beautiful dual 14.3-inch displays, one for the instrument panel, one for the touchscreen. This has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get a rear view camera mirror system, which is great if your view out the back is obscured. It's not just, nonsense tech to show off. There is a little of that here, but it's fun. Up here is an infrared camera. This is part of what Nissan calls BioCool, and it's a system that detects body heat in first and second row passengers and adjusts airflow accordingly to better keep everyone comfortable. It's a little unnecessary, but it's fun. What isn't unnecessary and what we really love about the Armada is, as luxurious as everything is, Nissan hasn't relied solely on tech for the sake of tech. You have all of these physical controls here for the gear selector, drive modes, four-wheel drive, climate, audio, even a handy little button for the camera. All works great. Is not an annoying screen like it is in the more expensive QX80, the Infinity cousin to the Armada. And on top of that, you also just have more comfort with this redesign. Nissan says there's 4.2 inches more legroom in the front row, and I can feel it. This is just very roomy up front, really comfortable. Let's check out the second row where all of that continues. In the second row of the Armada Platinum Reserve, you don't really have any changes to the dimensions, but you didn't really need them. I have tons of legroom, tons of shoulder room. Headroom is acceptable, but it's a trade-off to get this beautiful panoramic moonroof. You have quality materials still, nothing dips in the second row, so soft touch materials on the door, more of this beautiful quilted upholstery. It looks and feels great. It's very comfortable. You have this raised seating position that I really enjoy. It's very commanding, combined with these large windows, really makes this cabin feel open, even with that minimal headroom. And on top of that, you have your climate controls down here because of the three-row climate control. And you have this handy center console that's fixed, but still leaves a pathway back to the third row, which is where things start to dip a little, but it's still pretty nice, so let's go check it out. In the third row is where quality starts to dip in the Armada Platinum Reserve, but it's still not that bad. It's plenty roomy. Nissan says it's got 5.7 inches more legroom than the previous generation. I'm fairly comfortable. I am not a small human being. My knees are maybe a little bit raised, but that's about it. And in the Platinum Reserve, you actually get power adjustable reclining seats. You can power fold these all the way down as well, but assuming there's no luggage back there, I can have a little bit more reclining room and feel a little bit more comfortable. Hard plastic, not terrible, not unusual for something this size, but you do get amenities like cup holders, charge ports. You even have vents up here, which I find really help with things like motion sickness. Third row access is also important, and if you look down here, not the best. You have seat components in the way, that angled entry point, But you don't really need this, even though the one-touch folding and tilting seat is convenient, because in the second row with these captain's chairs, there's just a path between, and I can actually walk through it fairly comfortably. Yes, I'm hunched over, but someone smaller should have an easier time, like say a child. And so you have an easier way of getting in where you don't even have to move the second row seats at all. So this may be the worst seat in the Armada Platinum Reserve. Still not that bad. The Nissan Armada Platinum Reserve is every bit as luxurious as it needs to be at this price point, and honestly, feels like a relative bargain compared to range-topping offerings from Ford and GM. You may not have been thinking about the Nissan Armada if you were looking for a luxurious 3-row full-size SUV, but you should. For our full review of the 2025 Nissan Armada and all the latest headlines, you can find it all at Cars.com/news.